Using the Mission Ridge camera once again, and once again we see blue skies ahead, little clouds in there. I don't know exactly what you call them, but my friend Cedric Haynes, meteorologist, probably does.
Yeah, we call those high-thin cirrus clouds.
Oh, exactly.
Yes, the ice crystals way up in the atmosphere about 50, 60,000 feet. So they basically signal fair weather. So we'll call them fair weather cirrus clouds out there right now. 58 degrees across the area, so it is quite warm out there at the lunchtime hour now. Dew points in the mid-30s here. We've got the wind out of the south, and that is a warming wind for us. So 58 degrees in Altamont, 59 in Athens, but look at the 60s already popping up from Cleveland over towards Murphy, 61 in Blue Ridge and Dalton as well. So we all are going to be heading for the low to mid 60s as we go throughout this afternoon. You can see the 60s really starting to overspread the area now. Look at that, Nashville at 63 degrees. Just remember, a few days ago they were in the deep freeze just like us with all that winter weather, and now we're seeing those temperatures really climbing off to the south and west. 69 in Little Rock. We've got 75 degrees in New Orleans. So is it impossible? It's not that we may actually see a couple of 70s here in the Tennessee Valley in the coming days, but for most of us, we'll take the 60s, and that'll still feel very nice out there. Tonight, we're going to head down into the 40s here for most of us, so that's going to show you another warming trend as opposed to the 20s and 30s. We're down into the low 40s. The 30s will start to escape off towards the eastern half of the area with partly cloudy skies, and then as we go throughout the day tomorrow, we're looking at, again, a mixture of sun and clouds. Not a bad day for most of your Friday. Late in the day, though, on Friday, we could start to see a couple of scattered showers developing. Primarily, again, this will be late in the afternoon, evening hours across the area as that next front begins to approach the region. But let's talk about the warmth, because we're in the 60s today, and we're going to stay in the 60s really for the next several days, all the way through the middle of the week. Keep in mind the average high is about 51 degrees. We'll get closer to that, I think, by the end of next week with the weather system moving by. But for the most part, we are going to stay at or well above normal over the next several days here across the region. As far as those rain chances go, of course, we're watching those rain chances as we head into this weekend, and then another chance here as we head into the middle of next week. That's all going to be associated with this storm system that's making its way into the western half of the United States. There are two systems here showing up. We've got one system moving through the upper plains now, the second one beginning to make its way on the west coast now, and that will be impacting us over the next 5 to 6 days. So let's track out the weather systems as they move our way. Again, as we go into your Friday, we'll stay mostly dry, but late in the day, we'll start to see some scattered showers building in, and that'll be with us as we go throughout your New Year's Eve day. But I think for New Year's Day, notice it's mainly dry across the area. So hopefully we can get most of these showers in with that first system on Saturday, and it's drier on Sunday. Then as we go into next week, notice here we'll start to track that next storm system, which brings us a good chance of heavy rain and maybe some rumbles of thunder as we get towards the middle of next week there. So all in all, adding all of this up, we're looking at a more active weather pattern beginning to kind of take hold across the area, and that potential of heavy rainfall is going to develop somewhere in or near the Tennessee Valley, especially by the time we get towards the end of next week. We could be looking at the potential of a couple of inches of rainfall on the ground. So we're going to be watching out for that potential of some flash flooding as well, because of course you continue to add rain to that, and that leads to that problem. 63 degrees for your Thursday, 63 on Friday, late Friday. That's when we'll see that chance of scattered showers. At 64 Saturday for your New Year's Eve day, we're talking a good chance of showers, but hopefully as we ring in the new year, it's mainly dry across the area. And then heading into next week, we'll track that more significant storm system, which could bring us more rain and possibly even a few thunderstorms. Paul?
Thank you, Cedric. We'll hear